What? Welcome to Chapter 6, Lesson 4. We are working on writing algebraic expressions. Whoops. Or maybe we're not. Yes, we are. Okay, let's define a few words before we get started. Algebra is the language of symbols. So fill in the word symbols. And it also includes variables. And we've used the word variables. A variable is a symbol, usually a letter, used to represent a number. Next, an algebraic expression. We've heard the word expression. Well, when we have an algebraic expression, it's a combination of variables. That's what makes it algebraic. Numbers, and at least one operation. And remember the four operations: add, subtract, multiply, or divide. We're going to learn today how to define a variable. Defining a variable means choosing a variable, choosing a letter that stands for a number, and deciding what the variable represents. Okay, so let's go through this lesson together. Follow along as I read. To write verbal phrases or written phrases, something you hear or write down, as algebraic expressions, that should be the word as, follow the steps below. In the second step, defining a variable, choose a variable and decide what it represents. So we're going to look at words, what our variable is going to be, and then we're going to write an expression. So words describe the situation, and we are going to use only the most important words. Then based on that situation, we're going to choose a variable to represent something we don't know, an unknown quantity, an unknown number. And finally, we're going to write our expression in an algebraic expression. So we're going to translate our verbal phrase into an algebraic expression. So the directions say write each phrase as an algebraic expression. The phrase is $8 more than Ryan earned. If we pick this apart, we first have to figure out what the situation is. Well, somebody, we don't know who, earned $8 more than Ryan earned. More than here tells us this is going to be an addition problem. What don't we know? We don't know how much Ryan earned. That's the unknown variable. So we're going to use the letter D for dollar. That's our variable. We don't know what Ryan earns, so we don't know what dollar amount he has. We're going to let D represent the number of dollars Ryan earned. Here's a model. If Ryan's earning is D dollars, we don't know what it is, this rectangle will represent the amount Ryan earned. Okay, but somebody earned $8 more than. So if we have D for Ryan's earnings, the second bar is going to represent $8 more than D, $8 more than what Ryan earned. So our final expression is this, D plus 8. This picture is just a model of it. It's just kind of taking you through the steps to get to this actual expression, the algebraic expression. So hang in there. We're going to go through a couple and you'll pick up a little bit more as we go. Next page, our second example. Our expression says $10 less than the original price. So somebody paid or has $10 less than the original price of some item. So our word in here that shows us what operation we're going to use is less than. That means we're going to subtract. What we don't know is what was that original price. That's the unknown. So we have our words, $10 less than the original price. In this case, our variable, what's unknown, is the original price. So P for price, we're going to let P represent the unknown price. Our model could look like this. P is the original price. If we're paying less, that means we're taking money off or away from that original price. So if my original price here was P, the second model shows, okay, I'm going to remove $10 from that P. So my expression is P minus 10. P minus 10 represents the word phrase $10 less. You can see we're taking away $10. So it's less from the original price, which we don't know. We call it P. All right. Example 3. The phrase is 4 times the number of gallons. So 4 times gives us an operation. It's either add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Times means multiply. So this is a multiplication expression. 4 times the number of gallons. Well, what is the number of gallons? I don't know that. So in words, I'm just going to fill in some blanks here. 4 times the number of gallons is what this says in words. And what don't I know is the number of gallons. I'm going to let G represent gallons. And then my model's going to look like this. This whole bar is the number of gallons. And I don't know how many gallons there are, but I know something is 4 times as many. So I'm going to put 4 G's here for 4 times whatever the gallons are. The expression now is 4 times the number of gallons is 4G. So let's say I have gas in my car, and I have 4 times the number of gallons of gas you have. Well, if you have 3 gallons of gas in your car, then I have 4 times 3 gallons. I have 12. All right, the more we do, the more familiar you'll get with what's going on here. Hang in there. Number 4, write the phrase 5 less than 3 times the number of points as an algebraic expression. Now this has more than one operation in it. Let's circle the operations. We have 5 less than. I know that's subtraction, less than. Write the phrase 5 less than 3 times means multiplication. The number of points. Well, I don't know the number of points they're talking about. This could be maybe the Bulls scored 5 less than 3 times the number of points another team scored. So in words, here we go again. 5 less than 3 times the number of points. We're going to let P represent points because I don't know how many points the other team scored. Okay, so my model would look like this. 3 times the points would be 3 P's. 3 times the points, 3 P's. But 5 less than that means we're going to remove 5 here. We're going to take 5 off of that first model. So the expression is 3P minus 5. This is the 3 times the number of points, 3P, and minus 5 would be the 5 less. We're taking 5 away, 5 less means take 5 away. All right, and our last example. Terry bought a magazine for $5 and 2 bottles of nail polish. Write an expression to represent the total amount she spent. Then find the total amount if each bottle of nail polish costs $3. So if we look in the first line, Terry bought a magazine for $5. That we know the magazine was $5. The 2 bottles of nail polish doesn't tell me how much the nail polish was until the end. I'm going to write an expression to represent the total amount she spent. So what I'm going to write right now is she spent $5 for the magazine, plus she bought 2 bottles of nail polish. Right now, before I fill it in, I don't know how much the nail polish was, but I know she bought 2 of them, and I'm going to do 2D for whatever the dollar is. Now, as I keep reading it, it says find the total amount if each bottle of nail polish costs $3. So now that I know how much the nail polish costs, I can substitute the $3 for the D. So this will look like this: $5 for the magazine, plus she bought 2 nail polishes, and they told me in the problem that each one was $3. So 2 times $3 would give me the cost of the nail polish. When I solve this, I get 5 plus 2 times 3 is $6. So she spent a total of $11. All right, we will do some more problems in class. Be ready to ask any questions you might have.